The Seattle Seahawks travel across the country this week to play the Carolina Panthers, and to me, this game is a real test of the Carolina Panthers. What kind of team is this? Do they have any heart? Do they have any fight? Are they tough? Are they resilient? Because they suffered a gutting loss last week. They're 1-3. Their season really teeters on the brink. I mean, their season could totally unravel now. Last week, if you missed it, 1 week after getting embarrassed by the New York Giants, 2 weeks ago, you probably remember that game, a nationally televised game. The Carolina Panthers were just dominated at home by the Giants. A lot of people thought they quit in that game. Big story afterwards, how wide receiver Steve Smith yelled at Cam Newton on the sideline for maybe not acting like a leader. But the Panthers really responded well last week. They went on the road against Atlanta, a team that had been playing as well as any team in the NFL. The Panthers were 7-point underdogs in that game, and they should have won. They really beat Atlanta the whole game, outplayed them the whole game. Had a chance to ice the game there at the end. Cam Newton fumbled on a 3rd and 1 when he was trying to get the first down that would have effectively iced the game. An even more unbelievable play happened 2 plays later. After Carolina downed it inside the Falcons' 1-yard line, Matt Ryan completed a 60-yard bomb to Roddy White, which eventually set up the game-winning field goal. That pass play should have never been allowed to happen, just inexcusable by the Carolina defense. That Carolina defense was awful last year, and they haven't improved much this year. And like most people, I guess I expected Ron Rivera's team, being that Ron Rivera has such a great reputation as defensive coordinator, I expected to see that Carolina defense make some strides this year. Really haven't seen that yet. Now, they'll have every opportunity this Sunday to make some strides because we know exactly what the Seattle Seahawks are. We mentioned that we don't really know, at least I don't really know what the Carolina Panthers are yet. We're going to find out a lot this Sunday. Are they the team we saw last week against Atlanta, who, even though they might not be a playoff-type team yet, still a good competitive team who can compete with anybody in the league? Or are they a team who is not tough? Are they a team that lacks leadership? Are they a team that is going to sort of fold after that gut punch last week and just fade into oblivion, a 10-loss season or worse? Last year they lost 10 games, and if they lose this game to the Seahawks, it could end up unraveling and being even worse than a 10-loss season. But we know what the Seattle Seahawks are. Are those things I said that we have questions about the Carolina Panthers? Are they tough? Are they resilient? I think the Seattle Seahawks over the last couple of years under Pete Carroll have answered those questions. This team is tough. They are resilient. This team is a high-effort type team. They beat teams. They come up and play well when you least expect them to. What this team is also is extremely limited on the offensive side of the ball. When I look at the Seahawks, I don't see much difference from the team I saw last year. Maybe their defense is better, but they had a good defense last year. Now their defense so far this year has been a little better than good. They've been bordering on great. But again, they have a good defense, power running game, Marshawn Lynch, one of the better running backs in the league, a good run-blocking offensive line. They still can't pass the ball. I mean, that's where Seattle, that's their main fault. It was their biggest flaw last year, and still last in the league in passing right now, only averaging about 130 yards a game. Rookie quarterback Russell Wilson just not getting the job done. I mean, I understand that there was a lot of positivity surrounding this guy heading into the season. He beat out Matt Flynn in the preseason. Now, we found out since then Matt Flynn may be a little more injured than we knew at the time, but a lot of people, I think, expected big things out of Russell Wilson, and he is composed for a rookie. You can tell it doesn't feel like the stage is too big for him, and he hasn't been making crucial mistakes, but the bottom line is they have the worst passing offense in the NFL. You need more than that. So the Panthers have every opportunity in this game. If the Panthers are who their fans hoped they were going to be heading into the season, meaning a team that with an explosive offense and maybe an improving defense, they should win this game easily. Again, the Seahawks not nearly as good on the road as they are at home, coming across the country. Only a 3-point underdog in this game. I mean, Panthers only favored by 3 points. I expected that line to be somewhere around Carolina -4, 4.5. But maybe people are starting to see these flaws in the Carolina Panthers, starting to have serious questions about this team. And when I look harder at this game, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have a play on this game because I don't know what to expect from the Carolina Panthers. I'm waiting to see. I think Cam Newton is going to be a great player, and the things he can do on offense with the ball in his hands, I mean, are just eye-popping. I think the more Newton runs, the better off this offense is. And it feels like Carolina should be able to beat Seattle at home. But, as I said, Seattle's a team that's very resilient, a team with a lot of fight, a team with a tough defense. Those things are not true about Carolina. We don't know if this team's resilient. We don't know if they have any fight. We know they don't have a tough defense. So will Carolina sort of save their season this weekend to get things turned around? Will they begin to fade into oblivion? Will Seattle continue to impress? They've impressed thus far this year with their play. Will they pick up their first road victory on the year? We shall see. Again, I think I'll stay away from this game, but I'm very interested to see the result. Seattle going into Carolina as a 3-point underdog this Sunday.